Okay, so I'm a huge fan of Ruby. One of my favorite animated shows of all time. Hate Red versus Blue. Boring, sorry. But I like Ruby because it has the classic feel of an action adventure style anime, and I always like characters cutting through hordes and hordes of demons and monsters and stuff. And that's kind of what got me interested in Ruby. My cousin showed me the trailers and everything, and it was kind of awesome seeing Ruby, known to me as Red at the time, just slicing through all these wolves. But I just had a few questions that I was thinking about, and hear me out on this. But just think about this with me, humor me a bit. But number one, how is Ruby able to make rose petals out of thin air? Is this a part of her semblance? Because I've always been confused about this. Maybe I'm just like looking too much into it. But how is Ruby making rose petals from nothing? That's kind of strange. I get that she has super speed. I can accept that, but I can accept that she has like the genetic ability to make rose petals. Number two, why don't any of the main pro tags fight like they do in the trailer? Like, you see Ruby fighting through this horde of Beowulfs with no problem, but in the show, she gets knocked down and booted in the face by a foot soldier for the Faunus. You see Weiss fighting this huge knight, this big knight, and she kills it, murders it like a boss. And you see Blake fighting a bunch of robots and stuff with her partner Adam, who I'm really excited for the next season. And you see Yang, in a nightclub, basically grabbing a dude's nuts and fighting like soldiers with a bunch of katanas and weird twins. But none of them really fight like this in the show. A lot of them seem to get overpowered fairly easily, which kind of confused me. Number three, and this is a big one for me, how indie do they have iPads and iPhones? Or just phones and tablets in general? It's kind of confusing. I don't like it because it's weird looking. Because on one end, you got them talking about dust, which is nature's wrath. And 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 they're talking about kingdoms and islands and stuff, but they have phones and everything, and it kind of takes me out of the story. I just think it's kind of dumb and lame. Number four. Why does everyone have a gun? What's the point of this? Can we get one character with just a sword or a shield, something? John doesn't count. I hate John. I want him dead. John sucks. He sucks my fudge nut. Alright. I guess Yatsuhashi counts. But if I find out he has a sniper rifle on the butt of his sword, I'm gonna punch everyone at Rooster Teeth in the throat. Because I hate that everyone has a gun. It's kind of annoying. You know, I get it's real. It's kind of convenient to have a pistol and blowing a load into someone's face. But come on, just have a regular sword or something, please. Number five, it's come to my attention that Ruby is getting Japanese subtitles. It's getting a Japanese dub. It's how is this an anime? Avatar, The Last Airbender, that was more of an anime than Ruby. I get Ruby has the feel of an anime, but it's not. And it's an American animated show. I get it was made by an Asian dude, but it's not an anime. Avatar was made by Americans. I consider that an anime. Why doesn't Avatar have a Japanese dub? If it does, please tell me, because I would love to watch the show in Japanese. Even though I'm not really a fan of Japanese dubs, I like to watch the show in a different light. Alright, number six. How is a semblance... What is a semblance exactly? Why is this only lightly touched upon by the characters? We learn that the semblance is like a superpower, kinda, from a couple of the characters. They talk about it like it's like an X-Men mutant power. Like, Pyrrha has the power to, like, mess with magnets. Ruby has super speed. Yang has this hawk-like ability where every time she gets knocked down, she gets back up stronger than ever. Blake can make shadow clones. Weiss, she can make, like, sigils and stuff. But what is this exactly? Is it magic? Is it genetic? Uh, what, how does it work? And, number 7, why haven't they killed off John yet? I hate John Arc. I hate him. He's such a weasel. He's the generic, like, cartoon horn dog that goes after the Priss, knowing he'll never get her, and he's completely oblivious to the hot chick that is interested into him until, like, the last part of the show. And that's what made me mad about Zoe 101. Hated Zoe 101 because why would a guy wait 3 years to tell a girl how he feels? It was retarded to me. Zoe 101 was stupid just because of the subplot that Chase was in love with Zoe and he didn't have the balls to admit it until, like, the last 2 seasons. Yeah, I just don't like John. He's so lame. He's just so lame. And he has leadership qualities. No, I'm sorry, but fight. Get your balls up. Like, how does no one realize that John snuck into Beacon Academy by now? He has, like, he doesn't have any code of a warrior at all. He's just stupid and dumb, and I hate him. Please kill him off. Season 3, kill John off. Number 8, if Velvet's a second-year student, then why is she getting picked on by first-year twats? Like, in the first time we meet Velvet, she's getting bullied by this guy who's been bullying John. I forget his name. But he's, like, pulling on her ear. And people, like, fell in love with Velvet, so they kind of integrated her in the show. And they gave her a battle suit and everything. There was this huge battle suit contest. But, like, how are they going to explain that? Like, why would she allow this guy to pick on her? Because we see she has some awesome bunny hop skills and awesome fighting skills. And she has this weapon that they built up an entire season, yet they didn't reveal, which makes me mad. Personally, I think that weapon's kind of like a Pandora's box thing. But come on, why was Velvet getting picked on by first years? Makes no sense and is completely out of character right now, considering, like, if this was high school, she'd be a sophomore. Number 9, what's Dust? Like, what's up with that? What's up with that? Is that materia or something? Like, it's kind of weird, because materia, it was just, like, condensed orbs of, like, magic woofu power. Final Fantasy VII, one of my favorite games of all time. But in, like, Ruby, we see Dust, like, being able to, like, be put in cups and canister containers. How exactly does it work? How do you, like, use it? Do you, like, hold it out? Or is it like the jewel shards in Inuyasha where you, like, put it in your skin? How does it work? Please elaborate on that, Rooster Teeth. Probably never going to watch this video. My 10th and final question is, how painful is it for Blake's ears to be under that bow all the time? I mean, like, these are, like, real ears, and she stuffs them under a bow. She could have done something better, like worn a hat. She could have been, like, they could have written her, like, to be, like, an emo punk tard where she's always wearing a beanie, even when it's 90 degrees outside. Or could have given her a little hat or something. Because I kind of cringe sometimes thinking Blake's in that much distress trying to keep her fondest heritage a secret. Which, whatever. I hope she reveals it. Or I hope they find it out in Season 3. Like, maybe, like, this is going to be a little early prediction, but maybe Blake's fighting someone in the tournament thing.